So, I was requested by a good friend and old co-worker of mine to make a video about my opinions on Texas culture. Without having to look anything up, the heat is terrible. The weather is extremely bipolar. We're not all rednecks. We don't all like country music. I don't. Sorry for all you country music lovers out there, but I just don't care for it. Let me rephrase. It is not jam-worthy to me. And when I say jam-worthy, it's if I like a song enough to go on to the internet and then find it, download it, put it on my phone, and then possibly put it into a playlist, that makes it jam-worthy. And that's something that I would listen to while driving or commuting or whatever. Country music is not one of those. And there's a couple of ones that are okay. And if I heard it while at a party somewhere or out and it had a good beat, I'd be like, oh yeah, sure, let's boogie. Other than that, no. I mentioned in the first driving brain farts video that there's too much 18-wheelers. Too many 18-wheelers. There's a whole lot of industrial stuff going on, at least in the northern, like, here's the panhandle and here's the rest of Texas. Up in this area, a lot of industrial stuff, unfortunately. Contrary to some of the northern states' stereotypes of us Texans, we don't all talk like this. Not everybody. I can if I want to. Or I could even talk like this and be a real southern dude. But that's not me. Matter of fact, people have actually asked me if I was from the Midwest or Europe. I'm like, no, born and raised here, bro. One of the merits that this state has is Dr. Pepper's birthplace. It was the only place in the world where Dr. Pepper was produced with the original secret recipe. That's pretty cool. I like Dr. Pepper. Do you like Dr. Pepper? 23 flavors, bruh! I've heard that it's harder for people to make friends in Texas than it is to make friends elsewhere. I don't have much experience there because the furthest north I've ever been is like the southern edge of Colorado. Furthest east I've ever been would be Louisiana. The furthest west, Red Rock, New Mexico. Furthest south I've ever been, Galveston. I've explored a very embarrassingly limited section of this little bitty speck that's spinning around an even bigger speck that's spinning around with a whole bunch of billion other specks in a group of a whole bunch of other billion specks that are all just, it just keeps getting bigger. Anyway, Texas is home to more Fortune 500 companies than any other state. Some of that, in my opinion, has to do with how freaking huge this state is. So big, in fact, that we at one point tossed around the idea of making Texas its own country. What would you call that? Texas-topia. Texland. Texoma? No, that's already been taken. Dang it. Texaco? No, that's the name of a gas station. Because just calling it Texas wouldn't work. I don't think that would work very well. It wouldn't fly. Wouldn't fly none. I do not own a cowboy hat. We are home to AT&T. AT&T has its headquarters in Dallas. We are one of the most business-friendly states in the country, with low taxes, low cost of housing, and high quality of education. A&M, TXU, no, that's an energy company. Texas Tech. The Alamo, that's not a school. UNT, there it is. Okay, cool. I knew that was another big one that I just was not thinking of for some reason. We are where the Houston, we have a problem phrase that is used so widely came from, because NASA. The coolest thing about Texas, because we house the institution, establishment, buildings, facilities that put us on the moon. That is my favorite part about Texas. And I'm not a big fan of this state. To be totally honest, I really don't like it. I don't like it. I'd much rather go to Colorado, and not for the reasons one might assume. For the cleaner air in some places, for the mountains, for their weather, far less humidity. And I'm a big jacket fan. I like my jackets, I like my winter wear, and I can't wear it 3/4 of the time out of the year. It sucks. I want to go to like New York or something where I can wear my coat every day and be happy. Maybe even a scarf. But I will definitely say that Texas is definitely a one-of-a-kind state with a one-of-a-kind culture, and we have a pretty good handful of some of the most impressive things about this country. Like the Alamo, NASA, Austin. Do you hear that? Sounds like somebody's on the other wall going. I think it's a drill. Anyways, that's my rundown and my opinion of this state and its culture and some of the fun facts. Thanks, Kurt. What's up? You guys have a fantastic day, night, morning, weekend, life. All of the above.